What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and guys, let's just jump to the chase. The trailer is out. You enter code 995 into the site, into Redacted, and we get the prize we've all been waiting for, kind of, right? Tomorrow is obviously the really big prize. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. For right now, I'm going to try and, cut off all the excess talk I like to do, and I'm just going to jump right into it. So, what do we see from this trailer? Well, there's a couple things. I'm actually even going to enlist the help of my wife, who was kind enough to find quite a few things in this. So I think one of the main important things to note is that this is taking place, or seemingly taking place, into what looks to be the Batcave. You can see in the background with the gears, looks like falling water. I really can't tell. I really can't, assume it's anything but water. I mean, you guys know I have an eye for water in general, but it does look like water. I know there's been water towers in the map, so you could say, well, maybe it's just a water tower. I mean, I guess that's possible, but why the gears, right? If this is the Batcave, now we have the screen. Now, there's a lot on the screen, which we'll talk about in a second, but one of the most important things is it is a screen. It's a monitor, right? And in the very beginning, as this trailer gets going, it says connecting to the, and then there's a lot of, things, a lot of symbols, but it seems like if you do bat folder, now there is no T, I get it's like B, and then there's like the equal sign with a line through it, and then L. I don't know why there's an L there. Maybe you have to replace, maybe it's something where, again, like the truth is scrambled, right? Obviously, connecting doesn't have all the right letters. 2 is missing the O to it, right? 7 is replacing the T. So a lot of different things are in different places. It very well could say bat folder. I really don't know. Or it could say, I thought it could be like bat file, but why does it have the O with the cross through it? You can kind of make up your own thing there, but you have that. We know from, the theory that people have been saying, which, again, every single day seems like they're really, really nailing this theory. It definitely seems like the Court of Owls have hacked Batman stuff, and now us as, individuals, we are Batman kind of jumping back into it, and we're seeing all this stuff that the Court of Owls have done. They've messed with us. They haven't just messed with us, which we'll get to in a second, right? So it seems pretty likely that that's what's happening, that we are Batman in this case, but in the game, seems like the Court of Owls completely have him, right? We saw the picture with, Wayne Tower. That could be the entrance to the Batcave. Now we have the Batcave. One interesting thing, and I know somebody had said this before, each day of the teaser has kind of referenced itself. So, the first one, the second one, face-to-face, the third one, third time's the charm. So this one, I don't see just an outright 4 there, unless somebody else can see. I mean, there are 4s in the image. Like, you can find 4s for sure. But besides that, I'm not sure. But you go through it, not much going on. I mean, you see like the red, the red marks or the red kind of squares taking place. The things to note is this. In the map, we have what looks to be definitely a new part of the map for sure, but you also have 2 kind of red squares, one at the top left, one at the bottom right. Very, very reminiscent to the picture that I've showed you guys before, and obviously, is common knowledge, where there's the 2 waypoints. So I don't think it's the exact same building. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it is, definitely let me know. But at this point, now we've gotten, where it seems to still be top left, bottom right, both kind of have markers on them. Now, again, in this case, the red blocks, right, the red squares, but it does look to me like it's a different area altogether. A couple other things, and then we'll talk about tomorrow, is in the bottom left, you see positive ID confirmed unknown. So they seem to be tracking somebody, but what's important, I did see people point this out, keep going down, you look at intel type, you look at ID, and then you look at source, and it says the GCPD database, and also below it, I think it says like file name, and it says GCPD something. I honestly, my vision has never been very good. But again, we seemingly know that this is the GCPD computer or system, right? So not only have they hacked into Batman, what seems to be the case, and again, you look at the monitor, it's definitely a monitor over the background, okay? So this does seem to be taking place maybe in Batman's, in the Batcave, and what it seems to be is Batman not only, got his way back in, but at the same time, the Court of Owls have taken over the GCPD too. So they're tracking what seems to be, I mean, they have a positive ID, but the name is unknown, so they're not going to, show us the name, but they also have 2 red markers, so we'll have to see. Maybe that's 2 members of the Bat family. I've seen people maybe throw that out there. We keep saying maybe it's a co-op thing, or maybe it's 2 different ways of handling a mission, but if it's 2 Bat family members, maybe that's where they are at that time. I mean, that could be it, right? So definitely some things, like I said, and I'm going to pat myself on the back for this, because I feel like I have to with the haters that I sometimes get. This is exactly the kind of thing I was warning everybody about yesterday, right? This is literally a cryptic teaser. This doesn't really, again, for the mainstream audience, like tomorrow when we get get what we're going to get. This is not going to work on them. You know what I mean? If you show this to like 2 million people, let's say, 2, 3, 4 million, pick your number. You show them this. Some of them are going to be intrigued. Some of them are going to have a single clue what's going on, right? So obviously this is for the diehards. This is literally a teaser trailer. They are teasing us, but it's very, very cryptic. But again, I think it just kind of solidifies all the stuff we've been saying for the past couple of days. Seems like the Court of Owls are very much in control. I mean, we even see the clock. There was the watch basically as the 4 pictures that Redacted posted out, and they have like the owl symbol. So if we don't know that's the Court of Owls by now, we just haven't been paying attention, right? Court of Owls in control. Seems like the Court of Owls are hacking, and they've completely taken over the GCPD database, so they have that. They could have the GCPD in their pocket too. That's something that we have to consider. And Batman has seemingly been locked out, but he's coming back into it, right? Because we are Batman in this case. We have maybe just not been paying attention. Maybe he fell asleep one day, and then obviously now he's back in it, but he's definitely, I feel like, playing from behind. So very, very exciting. Let's talk about tomorrow really quickly to end this video. This is it, guys. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Any kind of magnifying quote that you guys can think of. Tomorrow is the day. Very, very exciting. So Batman is like the second thing that's being shown up. It's 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 1:30 Eastern, 11:30 for me. So this is gonna be the second big thing. Wonder Woman, I think, is the very first one, right, that kicks us off. So I'm gonna be watching it. I'll be on Twitter, we'll be on Discord, all that stuff. Be ready to go as soon as this thing happens. Remember what I said. I want to see the trailer, but I also want to hear what those developers have to say for those like 15 minutes that we're going to end up hearing them right after. Literally right after, I'm going to be making a video. Now, the thing you can expect, so this is kind of like a preview what to expect on the channel tomorrow. Things to expect. I'm going to cover the Batman game. I'm going to cover Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I'm going to cover one of the movies, whether it be Wonder Woman or the Batman or the Suicide Squad or Flash. One of them is going to be that third video for tomorrow. Okay, those are going to be the 3. I'm not going to do more than one on a specific topic for a day, okay? YouTube actually hurts you, or YouTube actually kind of penalizes you if you do something like that. So while I would like to do like 3, 4, 5 videos on Batman, all like 2 hours separate or whatever, it's best for YouTube, for the most people to see them, for you guys to actually be able to see them if I spread them out. So what you can expect is tomorrow we'll talk about the trailer. I'll analyze it. We'll do all that. Any holdover from that, or maybe a new theory I thought of, or maybe a new theory you guys think of that I can add my 2 cents to, we'll do it the next day. Probably going to cover this game like 5, 6, 7 days straight, do like a video day, kind of like what we've been doing now, but obviously on the trailer, okay? And then over the next couple days on the weekend, I want to cover all of it. I do want to cover Flash. I do want to cover the Batman. I do want to cover the Suicide Squad. So lots of really fun stuff over the next couple of days. I do want to, again, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys have been absolutely incredible. Obviously, this week has been something that's been insane. I was actually going to do a video day on this channel anyway on Batman, but obviously, it wasn't going to be on this stuff. So I really do want to thank you guys, whether you've been following me for a day, right? Whether you came in this week, whether you've been with me for a month, whether you've been with me for a year. Really, truly, thank you guys so much for, as I say, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for joining our Discord or following me on Twitter, Podcast Now 15, right? All that stuff. If you guys haven't done that, definitely feel welcome to. We've grown quite a bit just in this last week. We've grown quite a bit just in the last year on all of these platforms, and tomorrow, honestly, is kind of the reward, and it's going to be so amazing. And tomorrow is going to be a pretty big day too. We're going to be welcoming, think about it, we're going to be welcoming a lot of people that aren't in the Batman universe, right? People that have been casual, but they haven't been part of this journey, whether it be, again, a year, 5 years, 7 years, right, depending on which game you've been waiting for. All those people, we're going to get them, starting tomorrow. So really, again, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I'm actually going to be live streaming later today. If you guys want to check that out, it'll be just a few hours away. We're going to be live streaming Arkham City. I'll be talking about this teaser trailer, the reveal trailer, all that stuff. So that's what you guys can expect today. So there is going to be a live stream on Batman later today. Tomorrow, you can expect a video very like within an hour after the game gets announced. I'll try and have a video up. I hopefully will be the first one. I kind of want to be. I kind of set that as my goal for myself, is to be the first one to have a video up. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. watching. As always, make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, so you know when all these videos go up. Again, if you haven't joined our Discord, links in the description. Twitter is Podcast Now 15. I also have a second channel, Podcast Now Plus. I will be posting, stuff to that'll actually probably help me out tomorrow over the weekend, Sunday, Monday. We'll be talking about Batman, Suicide Squad, all that stuff on the second channel as well. So if you guys haven't subscribed there, definitely give that a go as well, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.